What's going on, y'all? It's the Granddad Woolly, here with another episode of Dead End Gaming. Dead End Gaming, episode 180. And you know what happens when I open the show? You know what happens when
What
I open the
happens?
show?
What happens?
We take over, motherfucker.
Yes, nigga.
One
That's what the
time
hell
for the
we
one
do.
time. Go ahead. DEEW. DEW. Yes, sir. The DEW Takeover is here. Yeah, as you can see, Tyler and BZ are not here today. They are, got prior obligations going on. So you get the DEW Takeover number 4.
Yep.
And you know how these shows go. So we will give you your DEG, Dead End Gaming. When we do our Dead End Gaming podcast, we're gonna hit it with your news, topics, and then we're gonna switch over to that DEW talk. You know what it is, but we'll also give you the one gotta goes. I think we should do it. I don't think we've done this before. But we should do a DEW one gotta go today. I don't know.
Okay. That's fine. I could do that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But as you can hear that voice, my co-host, my DEW partner in crime, the one and only, the unstoppable Bloodbath in the building. Talk to him.
Kevin, this bitch.
Hey, somebody got to do it. And like I said, you know what it is. The granddaughter, we here, and I'm excited. Appreciate everybody coming through. We taking over. The brand is strong, power. You are correct. You are thoroughly correct. But this show will be broken up into 2 sections. But the first section, our DG, will be, like I said, news and topics. And then, first we're going to do games we played, then news and topics. And then we'll jump into DEW, and then we'll hit them with a one gotta go DEW style. That's how we'll do it. So, Kev, you were out of town with family for the holiday for Thanksgiving. But did you have any time to play any games?
Oh, yeah. Before I left, I was just moving further along in God of War, but doing a bunch of side missions and stuff. I still ain't beat it yet. But, I mean, I was gone for a week, so I didn't play it that much when I was there. I played a bunch of WWE 2K because that's like something my family plays. So we play that a lot.
Okay.
Got some good matches in, some crazy matches too. And then I played, what else did I play? I played a lot of UFC, and I got reminded that, I'm not as good as I thought I once was, or maybe I'm just rusty. Maybe that's all it is. But
yeah, I've never been good at UFC games. I never could get.
I used to be really good.
All right,
I think that's it. That's all I played. Oh, and I played. Outside of video games, we're gonna count games.
Mm-hmm.
I played some Uno with the fam. Played some Jenga.
Okay.
We played Phase 10. Shout out to everybody who plays Phase 10.
Mm-hmm. No spades?
We didn't get no spades or no dominoes going this time. No. None of that happened. I would have been down for it though. But ain't nobody want to do that this year.
Uno is a good substitute for spades. If you ain't got the spades, the Uno works.
Yeah, Uno works. And then Uno, or like if Phase 10, like if people have Phase 10, would you play if you got a bunch of time? And we had a bunch of time. We was watching World Cup games, we was watching football and stuff and Phase 10 takes forever. So shout out to Phase 10.
Yeah, I don't think I've played Phase 10. I've seen it before, but I've never played it, so I'm gonna have to try that one. But yeah, that's what's up. So for me, it was light. So I did officially start God of War, and actually I went back to streaming. I streamed this past yesterday, actually. So I got back into streaming, and I've been playing it. I played some more after stream, and I played some more today. So I'm not super deep into the story, but I'm really enjoying it so far. So so I'm gonna probably do another God of War stream tomorrow if I can pull it off. Also played some Apex. I've been playing with Seer lately a lot, and I've been fucking with Seer lately. I don't, it's like I realized I didn't have a recon legend in my arsenal. Like I have everything, but I didn't have a good recon legend. So I said, let me just try Seer again. And for some reason, me and Seer clicking now. So I got a couple dubs. So yeah, so shout out to Seer. Out here seeing things, seeing through the bullshit.
People a lot of people are complaining that Seer's still broke, but it's like Seer's been the same for like a long time now. And then they released a new season and they didn't change anybody. Like they didn't have not one update change for any of the characters. So I feel like the devs think that everything is okay or everything is pretty balanced. So
yeah, I don't think he's OP or anything like that. I mean, he's got great. I mean, his abilities are really, once you understand how to use his abilities well, they're very beneficial to like just sizing up a fight and whatnot. But I mean, it's not like I'm OP or whatnot. I can still get killed like anybody else easily. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna definitely be playing more Seer in my Apex journeys. I also played what else did I play? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I went back and played a little bit of Returnal. For some reason, I felt like going back to that. So played some more of that Tower of Sisyphus. That was dope, and that's pretty much it. So it was also pretty. It was a pretty light week for me as well on the gaming side. But speaking of gaming, we're gonna get into some dead end gaming, and we're gonna talk about a big name in gaming who is transitioning over to the movie world because we've been talking about it, Kev. You know, it's been announced for a while. Super Mario movie is near. It's coming out next year. And we don't know exactly when next year, but it's coming out in 2023. We got the initial trailer a couple months back, but they just dropped today. Today, as of this recording, a brand new trailer, a more I guess a more extensive trailer that kind of shows off more of the characters, more of the story. And I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you, Kev. I'm I'm sort of liking what I'm seeing right now. I'm not
Honestly,
mad
I
at
don't
it.
think it looks bad. I
It
don't think
does
it looks
not
bad.
look
I never
bad.
thought the movie was gonna be trash.
Mm-hmm.
I just was worried about Chris Pratt. He's the only thing I'm worried about in this movie. I think
Yeah,
everybody else will do fine. He's the only
exactly.
thing that can make this movie bad.
Exactly. So, and even the thing is, because I'm seeing as we got the trailer up right now. I mean, we got the cameo from Donkey Kong. I mean, you can definitely feel the vibe of this is an Illumination movie. I mean, it's
Yep.
just the comedy style, the physical comedy, the way that the characters are sort of like reacting to each other. And I think that's gonna like play a heavy role in how good this movie is because Illumination really puts out good movies, you know, especially good
Yeah.
kids movies. And I think, like I said, I don't mind Bowser. I didn't mind Luigi. I didn't mind Peach. Chris Pratt. I'm warming up to him a little bit. Since now that I know he's not going to obviously sound like Mario, even though he had little inflections here and there. But I'm just looking at the movie from an entire, you know, broad whole perspective, and just the way that they have incorporated not just the regular, you know, aspects of just open world Super Mario, but they've incorporated like Mario Kart elements and Super Mario
Yeah.
Maker. Like
I like that.
they've pulled from a lot of different Mario games and styles, and I really dig that because I thought they. I mean, it's fan service, and it's doing it in a very cool and dope way. So I mean, looking at this, man, it's April. It says April. So April 2023, I'm there. They got me. I'm gonna go see it. We gonna see it anyway, but I'm really genuinely Yoshi, and they got Yoshi in there. They showed the Yoshis. They gave me everything I want, bro, in this trailer.
Yeah.
So like, how can I be upset about wanting to see this movie now? As long like, and if it's bad, I don't even care if it's like it could be as long as it's a decent movie, I'll be happy with it. I'm not expecting the most amazing experience. If it's a decent, cool movie, I'll be happy with that because you can tell that they put a lot of detail and focus into just this world that they're creating within this movie. So I'm not mad at it. What you think?
I agree with everything you said. I'm gonna give the same expectations I gave for Sonic One,
Mm,
where A doesn't even have to be amazing as long as it's not bad. I think it'll be successful. I think regardless, it's gonna sell a lot.
yeah.
This trailer solidified that they're gonna sell a lot. They like you said, they pull from a lot of different elements of Mario, but I think they're doing it very well.
Yes.
And they clearly can build a franchise out of this. Like this could clearly just be the first one, and they could drop another one every couple years. Like this is gonna be good for Nintendo. I'm not saying it's going to be a great movie, but I think it's going to be a fun movie. I really do. I don't think it's going to be bad. I do trust Illumination.
Mm,
I like most of the stuff that they put out. Like the only thing that they make I don't watch is the Minions movies, but like they're not for me anyway, so it's okay. I
right.
don't have to watch those. But most of the other stuff I really do like. So
Yeah.
I think the Super Mario movie is going to be a fun time. All the other voice talent seems to be holding their own. So one bad character won't ruin this whole movie. So, and I think they did a good job at not telling too much in this trailer. I think
Yes.
it was a very fun, all over the place trailer.
Hmm.
They didn't tell me the whole movie in the trailer, so I think that's good. Y'all know I don't watch trailers most of the time, but for something like this, it's kind of my job, so I get it, and I appreciated that I still don't know what this movie's completely about. So
Right.
that to me is a good trailer.
Yeah, definitely. So, pretty much like I agree with everything you said on top of what I was saying. So, I mean, basically now it's just okay. They've shown the movie. They've shown pretty much what the characters, how they are, how they incorporate, how the movie's gonna feel as far as the vibe. So the only thing now left they got to do is just show and prove on release day, and it's definitely gonna sell well, I think. But if
Mhm.
this movie does do well, it's gonna open up the doors for more of these movies to happen. Like we're gonna
Mhm.
get a Donkey Kong movie. We're gonna
Yeah.
get maybe a Kirby movie. And
Mhm.
I mean I'm not sure if
Kirby. Kirby just looks like it would do very
it would
well
it
in a
would do
game.
perfect for with Illumination. So
Yeah.
a lot is riding on this Mario movie. Like this
Yes.
movie has to be successful for Nintendo to really want to go forward and continue because they have all the IPs to do this. They have
Hmm.
a ton of IPs that they can just tap into to make these movies. And if they stick with Illumination, they build a real partnership with them, and they say, okay, Illumination, you're gonna handle all of our movies or all of our first party movies.
Hmm.
I can see them really knocking this out the park and opening up a whole new stream of revenue and also building a whole new fan base of younger
Hmm.
generation Nintendo fans because a lot of kids are going to want to see it anyway, and then it's going to make them most likely want to go and play the games. So,
Yeah, absolutely everything you said.
yep.
Also, I liked how they remixed the Mario like theme for it's like when you
Hmm.
hear it come on at the end, how
Yeah,
it's like it's a little bit slower, but it still sounds good. I was like, nah, they're doing this. They're making this movie with love,
right.
and I appreciate that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, y'all. So definitely I say if you haven't checked out the trailer, go check it out. Because I played it, but if you want to hear the voices and all that stuff, like definitely go check it out. But yeah, we're gonna watch it and I know we're gonna review it. So April 2023 is when it drops. So look out for the Super Mario movie Dead End Gaming review when that comes out because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a decent movie. Y'all.
Yeah, yeah.
My hopes were low. They've risen a little bit. They're not high, but
Hmm.
they're risen to decent factor.
I
Um,
agree with everything you said. I have no doubts that it's gonna be like any of the Resident Evil stuff that we had to watch.
right now, speaking of movies and gaming, let's talk about DC. Who for some reason the movies they really can't get it right. They can't get it right,
They
but
can't. They
they
just
are
can't get it
for
right.
some reason they think that they are because they want to take their DCEU and have it spill over and connect into their games. Like, I, can they get the first thing right first before they do that? But we're gonna talk about it.
Exactly.
So DC, which is owned by Warner Brothers, they are
Hmm.
saying that they want their their upcoming lineup of games to sort of be connected to each other, or even more so the DC EU in general. And James Gunn actually confirmed that, who is sort of like the new, you know, person in charge of the whole DC
Hmm.
EU, trying to resurrect it
Yep.
and get it on the right track. So if we're looking at all these games that DC's been putting out lately, well, actually, they so what do they put out? What's the most recent game they put out?
The most recent like DC game,
Yeah, Gotham Knights, right?
it's just got the Knights for right
But
now,
I don't
and
think,
then they still got the Suicide Squad
yeah,
versus Justice League game coming out,
yeah,
and then before that, all the Warner Brothers themselves put out multiverses, if you want to say that, and
yeah.
then before that, I guess Arkham Knight.
So I would say that this should really pick up with the Suicide Squad game. I think this is where,
That
you
yeah,
know,
that and I don't they have a Wonder Woman game coming out soon or in the
yes,
works
it's
also.
in the works. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
think they're gonna start with Suicide Squad, work with Wonder Woman and whatnot. Um, I like the idea of it, but I think this will work a lot better if Marvel was doing excuse me, Marvel was doing it because Marvel has been sort of doing it right as far as like continuing these long interconnected storylines with other movies and whatnot, and we're in like phase
Hmm.
4, and DC
Hmm.
is just getting this off the ground. I feel like this is something that should happen when the new DCEU under James Gunn's control or watch is off to the races and fully running before they start kind of trying to incorporate it into other games because you literally have to be a fan on all aspects as far as like movies and TV shows and gaming to
Hmm.
sort of like really appreciate what they're trying to do. Because like let's say I like the movies, but I'm not a gamer. Like then I'm gonna miss that aspect of it. Or if I'm a gamer but I don't care about any of the TV shows that are coming out, um, then I'm gonna miss that aspect of it. So I don't know how interconnected this is gonna be, or if it's gonna be like little nods here and there. I think they should keep it light on the gaming side, just to kind of see how this goes. So we'll see. I guess, like I said, Suicide Squad would most likely be the most sensible game to start this off with. But also, we just got to see what James Gunn does on the movie side of things
Hmm.
when he starts actually, being in control and putting out under the James Gunn era of the DCEU. But it's intriguing. I mean, I commend DC for really trying to steer this ship the right direction because it's been a lot of false starts with DC and these movies. a lot.
Mhm.
And I mean, from casting changes to completely the Snyder cut being put out for Justice League, which completely just
Mhm.
like blew out the water. The first version, which still wasn't, but neither of them
Mhm.
were great, but it was like a way better version. And then you got the Suicide Squad movies, which was two completely different movies that came out.
Mhm.
It was a mess. The DC universe was pretty much a whole mess. So
You ain't lied not one time yet.
I'm telling you,
I just
bro.
want to make sure you
It's like
know.
I would go to these movies and be like, yo, what am I watching? Where are we going with this, bro? What is this
Mhm.
all supposed to do or supposed to mean? So if they're hitting the major reset button, I hope that everything is just laid out properly. I hope everything is just sort of just fully planned out if they're gonna go this way with it. But I mean, I could care less. I want them to get their movies right first before anything. Like I'm gonna get Suicide Squad anyway because it looks like a cool game, but I could care less if it's actually connected with the actual rest of the movies or whatever it is. But let's just see what happens. What you think?
Um, so when I first read this earlier today, it immediately made me think like my first question was I thought we were past this era, like is this concept of we have to drop a game to go with our movie, because remember that was big in like the early 2000s,
Yeah.
and most of those games that will come out to go with movies were garbage. It was always as like a secondary thought, like, or it really usually it had like a part of the game was the movie story, then they would just start making up other stories to fill time in the game. Now, every now and again you get you a good game, like Spider-Man 2. That was a good game. Like
Yeah, some of them
Spider-Man, the
good.
Spider-Man movie games were probably the safest.
Yeah.
Any other movie games
Not so
were
much.
usually really bad.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that we're entering back into that era again of we just want to sell properties around our movie to keep our movie's name relevant. And
Right.
I don't know how it's gonna go. That's really all I can say right now.
If
Everything you said is correct about how DC can't even get their movies right now. They want to branch out and add games to tie into their movies. What does that even mean? What does that look like? And who
yeah.
are they going to be working with? Like, we don't know.
Exactly. So yeah, it like I said, that's why I said they have to make sure they have this plan fully laid out and that it's a plan that people are going to be confident that it's going to actually work. Like that's why you need if they're going to partner up with people, they need to get a full time partnership with Rocksteady to make these games, or a full time partnership with these companies who can make a good superhero game. Um, that'll make us more comfortable with them going this way with it. But like I said, they gotta get their initial ship steered correctly with these movies. So I don't know what the next DC movie is because Black Adam, I haven't even seen Black
The
Adam yet.
next
So,
one
but
is I watched like the next one they got is Shazam 2.
okay, so and like I said, how do those movies are supposed? Because they're not going to be making no Shazam. I mean, and Diogo was saying, well, they got Injustice, but I don't think Injustice directly should. I mean, because that's done by NetherRealm.
This is different.
Injustice is
But
different. It's got its
doesn't
own
WWE own
lore.
NetherRealm?
Yeah,
I thought
no, they do.
WWE owned
So,
NetherRealm.
but that's the thing is Injustice already has its own storyline and
Yeah, it
lore.
does.
So
It's
now
separate.
what you're saying is you want DC to sort of just like say, hey, change everything about Injustice and now make it about the movies we're making. That's not gonna work because it's gonna completely ruin, unless they hit the reset button on that too. But I don't know. It's just like like I said, I'm just gonna sit back. We'll see. But honestly, I I don't think it's necessary right now. At least I think they should wait until they get things in order. But maybe with the Suicide Squad,
We
maybe they'll
could be
just
wrong.
we could be wrong. Maybe we'll see when Suicide Squad comes out if they give us a nice little cool little Easter egg or not that we're gonna be if we go
Mhm.
see the next DC movie, oh yeah, they said that in the game. If they do it and they tie it in and it's really a dope way to do it, then okay, I'm with it. But like I said, we'll see when that
I just have to see because it could be a situation where they make a really good game about one of the like. Let's say they make a really good game, but like they make a movie that was whatever.
right.
At least the good game will still keep that character's name alive for a while and still
Hmm.
grow that character's fan base. Like if they decide that they want to make uh Black Adam 2 and they start the game now, they start getting the game together now, so it's got a couple years to like really hone in on the game, and the gameplay turns out great. But then Black Adam 2, the movie, is ass. But they make a really good game. So people are like, Black Adam is still dope. And I played him in the game, so I see what his potential could be. So like it would still keep the character's name alive. Because a lot of characters they was living off of really good games. Like Batman, Batman was already big, but those Arkham games made whole new Batman fans of a lot of people. Same
Oh
thing
yeah.
with Spider-Man games. Spider-Man has consistently had a game like since the 90s. There's always a new Spider-Man game coming out every couple years
Yeah.
on some system. Like some characters live off of really good games, and that's what
Hmm.
keeps them being like household name superheroes.
Right. It's
So
just because their
maybe that's their
character,
idea.
it just makes it easy to make the like Spider-Man fits as a video game character.
Yeah.
Batman fits as a video game character because they're super well, except Batman's superhero, he doesn't have powers, but like they're grounded characters. They're believable
Mhm,
characters. Even Spider-Man with his abilities, he's still a pretty grounded character. He doesn't have to fly or
mhm,
he can't fly around. He can't do all this extra stuff, but he does a lot of stuff that's super fun. And
mhm,
he's got all the cool little gadgets and abilities because the web gadgets, same thing with Batman. So they kind of like a synonymous.
mhm.
So they both have
Yeah.
DC and Marvel both have that sort of like golden goose when it comes to a superhero that's great for making games. So that's why they continue going down those wells. But speaking of Batman, well, not Batman, but them niggas from Gotham.
Mm,
Gotham Knights, a game that you've been playing recently.
yes.
Make sure y'all check out the Dead and Gaming YouTube channel because Kev is actually doing Let's Plays for Gotham Knights. So make sure you check
Yep. I
those
got a
out.
new one dropping tomorrow.
Yep. So make sure you check those out. But okay, what's funny is because we were just talking about Suicide Squad too. No, okay, if you ain't seen the latest Suicide Squad, I'm sorry, but I'm about to spoil this. But a villain from that movie is now making his way into Gotham Knights, and that is
Hmm.
the one and only Starro. Yeah, the big
Yep.
starfish with the big eye, and
Yep.
that was controlling people's minds and throwing there's little mini starfishes on the faces. It was weird and crazy
Hmm.
and shit. If you've seen Suicide Squad, you know what I'm talking about. But
Yes.
Starro is going to be making an appearance in the Gotham Knights game
DLC.
DLC Heroic Assault. It's a co-op
And
mode.
it came out today, and it's
Hmm.
a free DLC update too.
Free update, free DLC. So yeah. So what do you think about this? Do you think this is too soon to drop an update? Because the game came out fairly recently. Do you think it's too soon to drop an update like this, or do you think this is a good way to keep the momentum going for the game?
They need something, and I think this is good.
Okay.
A couple important things that this does: it adds new missions and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So it adds some new layers to the game, and it adds a new type of game mode because it seems like this is like a first off, it does everything that y'all have been complaining about. It's the only four-player mode in the game. So this is four-player co-op mode. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. Oh, it needs to be
Yeah,
four players,
they
even though they
gave it to
never
you.
told us it was four players. It's four players for this mode.
They heard what the
And
streets were saying.
yeah, and it's like a fight for like you fight like 30 levels of people. So it's like a long ass like well, I don't know what to call it, like a
Like a
horde mode
gaunt,
or raid mode.
like a
Yep.
gauntlet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's gonna give you a lot of content to end. So like, and you can play with your friends. Y'all team up and just be fighting bad guys for 30 levels. Like, come on, it's gonna be. And the game is fun in co-op. That's the only way I play the game. So I think it's very important for the game. They needed something to keep the momentum, keep some type of momentum because they had a wave of bad press when the game came out. So I'm hoping that maybe their strategy was now we're gonna get a bunch of good press by giving the people a four-player co-op mode because that's what they said that they wanted. And hopefully, if it's fun, then you'll get a wave of people coming out saying they played it and it wasn't that bad. And they'll probably have the game go on sale soon for Christmas or whatever. So then everybody can play with their friends and they'll say, you know what, it's really not that bad in co-op. Like I think this is gonna lead to a wave of good press for the game. Because they just need people to play co-op and they'll realize it's not that bad of a game. The reviewers, like there was a lot of bad reviews, and some of them were warranted. But in co-op, the game really is just a chill, fun time. I don't play it in single player because it's not that much fun single player. But I'm telling you, when you team up with other people for the four-player mode, it's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to play it. I still want to beat the game first before I play it, but we'll
Hmm.
see. I need to level up a lot because I think it's a sort of thing where you probably should level up a good bit before you go in there. So
Right.
but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's a good idea. Hopefully they got more stuff coming out. Freddie Raheem said that they announced this before the game came out. I don't remember
Really.
that,
I
but
don't remember that either. I haven't
um,
been following the game like that. So, but
I
that's
stopped.
dope.
I stopped like watching trailers and stuff for it and reading up on it once I knew I was going to play it. Because my statements have never changed. I've always said I'll play a co-op. It didn't look fun single player. So I always said I'll play a co-op. So once I decided I was gonna play it, I stopped looking up stuff on it because I didn't want to be spoiled on nothing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they added like a now you could replay bosses and stuff at like harder difficulties. So, like they're adding some new stuff to keep people engaged and keep them interested. So
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I haven't gotten this game yet, and I said I'm probably wait to get it. But by the time I get it, it's probably going to be more DLC packs. So I'm interested to see what other characters, because Starro is a very interesting choice of villain to add into.
you think so?
Well, because you don't hear much about Starro, you know, you don't hear much
Okay,
about
that's
him.
fair.
So it's like, yeah, just for that to be the first. For I mean, I'm not mad at it. I really think it's kind of dope. Um, and because he's like I said, if you've seen the recent Suicide Squad movie, then you know it's sort of like, okay, people are like, oh yeah, I remember this villain. So um, like I just want to see where they go with this. So, but if this is a way, like I said, you get your 4-player co-op, which people have been asking for, they keep the game alive and they'll keep incorporating more and more aspects to it. And eventually the game is going to end up, like I said, eventually this game is going to end up on like PS Plus or something like that, and that's when I'll get it. So by the time that happens, most likely I'll have some DLCs out,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll try it. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll get a DEG Gotham Knights co-op
It can
gaming
happen.
stream. It could probably happen because you
Yeah.
never know. But that's dope. I mean, I hope it works out well, and I hope the game continues to get supported. And
I do too.
it doesn't end up sort of like the Avengers ended up. So because I think
Yeah,
they're
that's
trying their
that's
best to not have it end up like how Avengers ended up. So I commend that for sure.
yeah. If they can keep dropping stuff like this with like modes and characters, then I think it'll be okay for at least another like year and a half. I think it'll be fine. But I will say I like Starro. I
Hmm.
mean I'm not in love with the character, but I like seeing more obscure characters get used for stuff.
Right.
Starro is like a classic DC character, but he
Oh yeah.
doesn't get used. So
Exactly.
I like him. I want more random villains that we don't see often. I think that stuff is fun because I really do get tired of just fighting the Joker all the time or
Exactly. The
fighting Bane all the time.
or
Like that's
Harley
why I
Quinn and all of
yeah,
the, yeah.
and
You
that's why I enjoy that Clayface was is villain in the game. You fight Clayface, you never see Clayface, and he's such
yeah.
a great villain. So,
Hmm.
but I think I like seeing characters we don't see all the time. So
Right. That's what's up. Yeah. So hopefully, so shout out to Gotham Knights out here trying to, give the people what they want. Also, giving the people what they want, or what they're trying to do, is The Witcher 3 came out with a new free gen upgrade. They're trying to give the people something for free because apparently nobody wants the
mm-hmm.
shit anyway. And this is, I mean, look, they done lost their main character in their show. Now they're giving the game giving the game out for free, bro. They down bad over there at The Witcher, bro. The Witcher is not witching like it should be, bro. But yeah, so my man Geralt, or Gerald, whatever you want to call him,
It's Geralt,
Gerald, no matter,
Geralt
bro.
of Rivia.
All right, well, Geralt is not looking too good for Geralt right now. I mean, but maybe this will.
Stop! Hey, bro, stop trying my dog Geralt.
I ain't trying to, man, bro. They giving this game out for free. Bro. All right, so look,
Bro, they're giving out they're
upgrade
giving out the next gen
the next gen
update for
update
free.
free for The Witcher
Don't do
3.
that. Nigga said they give this game away at homeless shelters and shit. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hey, bro, they
Don't do
lost.
that,
They
please
done
don't.
lost. They done lost their main star, bro. They done lost Superman, bro. Come on, they can't even keep. Man, how am I gonna respect this game? But no, real talk. No, you play The Witcher. Like I played the
Yes,
first Witcher, like, and I never finished it. But you are a big fan of The Witcher, and the whole franchise. So how do you feel
that's not
about?
true.
Okay,
I've
you
only
are a
played the
fan.
third. I've only played the third one, and I do watch the show. I'll say
Okay, so
that.
you are more of a fan of The Witcher. You're more tapped in with The Witcher than I am.
Yes,
So
correct.
how do you feel about this upgrade? Do you think this upgrade is necessary? Do you think it's a good way for people to kind of like, finally get their experience with The Witcher, or do you think it's a desperation move because of everything that's been going on with the franchise lately? How do you feel about it?
I think that this is going to be very good for the game and on all platforms. So they announced a lot of very good quality of life changes for The Witcher 3. They said they added a lot of new camera modes, a lot of accessibility changes to the game, and they're adding even they said they're adding haptic feedback for PS5. They are the game's gonna be smoother. They added some new textures and everything. They fixed a lot of glitches. They added new missions, and they said they probably got even more stuff to announce. They added voice. They added new languages that weren't in the game before. They added Chinese as an option for people who speak and read Chinese. Like that's an option that you can read the game and play the game with your native tongue. They added a lot of important quality of life changes to the game. I think it's going to make
Hmm.
the game even better experience. They added a photo mode, so they added new camera filter options. they changed the map options so that you don't have to have all the cluttered question marks everywhere like you playing a Ubisoft game. They
Hmm.
said you could turn all that stuff off and you could like just exist in the game, kind of like. So they changed a lot, and I think it's a commendable effort. And they said they got even more stuff to announce, and they said they was genuinely excited as a team to go back in and add more to the game and like polish the game because like The Witcher 3 really was like, a labor of love for CD Projekt Red.
Hmm.
So they said that when they found out that they were gonna get to go back and do it, they were all excited about it and happy. Like nobody was upset. Like it was like, oh yeah, we want to get back and add more. So I think The Witcher 3 was already a great game. Uh I didn't finish it because the game was too damn long. I'm being honest with you. I was playing
Right.
that shit for a year, and I said I can't do this no more.
Hmm.
But I will say that all of these new updates and the way it's running and all of that,
Yeah.
and like all these new options, it does make me want to try it again. I will say that. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I know if I do go back to try it again, I will enjoy it more
Right.
because it does look really good. So I
Yeah.
will say that. I think the franchise is safe because they already announced that they're doing a Witcher 1 remake and that game is going to be open world as well now. So I mean, yeah, the Witcher's safe. CD Projekt Red, they know what they're doing with The Witcher. So I'm excited about this next gen update. I'm also glad that it's free.
Yeah.
So I think that's dope because I bought The Witcher 3 on PS4 a couple years ago at this point.
Hmm.
So to know that I should be able to just upgrade it for free. A game I bought that long ago, I just update it. I'm excited about that. Because all these other games, they make you they charge you for
Yeah.
stuff
To
like
make you
that.
pay for it again. Yeah. So yeah, that's like I said. I agree with you saying. Like I said, I'm not super tapped in with the game, but I mean, we're getting a lot of these lately. A lot of these free updates, next gen updates for OG PS, not OG, but like previous generation games. Some of them are charging a full price for the game, and some of them are doing what you're doing. And like they're saying, okay, we'll give it to you for free. Um, but I hope this does like bring more people into the fray. And like I said, if you say The Witcher's safe, like I'm gonna take your word for it. That's your homie. That's your boy. That's your boy out
Yeah,
there.
bro. I fuck with Geralt. It's
I
just
know.
the game is too long.
I fuck with Geralt too. He be kicking ass in Soul Calibur, bro. Like Geralt be out
Yeah,
there. He be doing his
yeah.
thing. So I ain't mad at Geralt. But yeah. Let's just hope. Like I said, I hope the remake when they come out with the actual remake of one that does well as well.
That's
So
gonna be like if they do that right,
mhm.
that is going to be huge. If they drop the Witcher 1 remake, which really does need a remake, that's like a lot of remakes are coming out that don't need it. That is a game that really does need a
Mhm.
remake. If that remake is as good as 3 can't was when it came out, they'll have another hit on their hands.
Hey,
They
see,
have a huge hit on their hands, and that will definitely revitalize the franchise. Because Witcher 3 was my first Witcher game, and it relied so much on this, hoping that you played the first 2 games that
mhm.
were only on PC that
Yeah,
I didn't never played. And like 3 is the first one that was on consoles, but it was still a great game. It's just I wish I knew more about the lore of the game
yeah.
before I went into it. But it's like it is what it is.
Mhm.
And also shout out to Gwent. Gwent was fun. I was fucking with that card game Gwent. I was heavy in these Gwent streets playing Witcher
Okay.
3. I was going everywhere.
You were
Every
slapping them.
time I went
You were
to,
slapping
I
them
was
Gwent
hopping
cards
down
on the
on that.
table.
Hell yeah, bro. I was like, oh shit, these niggas trying to run the Gwent. All right, let me go hop down on this Gwent table right quick. Let these niggas know.
Maybe we should bring Gwent to the streets. Like like next family function. Y'all want to play Spades? No, we gonna play that Gwent though. See how that go over. See how that.
Nah, I'm not that brave. I'm not that brave.
Your ass gonna get kicked out, bro. You're gonna be disowned. Man, Gwent your ass out my house. But speaking of speaking of more games that need to probably need to get a polish on itself. A game that's new that needs a new polish is this Pokemon game,
Oh my
Scarlet and
god.
Violet. Glitchy as fuck. But guess what? The numbers still getting ran. The numbers still
Oh
running
yeah.
up because it's Pokemon. It sells itself. But everybody's still playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm not playing. I ain't bought the shit, but
Nope.
the people who is playing it still playing, even though it's glitchy as hell. And here's the thing. I remember when they announced these games, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon, I mean, ever since the OG Pokemon games came out on Game
Mm-hmm.
Boy,
Mm-hmm.
they've been a big deal, okay? All the Pokemon games. But this was supposed to be the Pokemon game for Switch. Like Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet and Violet, they hyped this up, open world. This is like supposed to be like the quintessential Pokemon trainer experience on a game.
Yes. Yes.
And they hyped it up. Game drops and it's full of bugs and glitches. And I've seen some videos, some clips, where people were like, I mean, they got the Days Gone thing where they falling through the sky.
Mm-hmm.
They had like the Pokemons are spawning weird when you call them, a whole bunch of stuff. And it seems that Nintendo was like, all right, so you still gonna play it because you still, I mean, so they're taking their sweet time to kind of like, address these glitches and issues and try to figure out a way to rectify them. But people are still going to play this game because they've been so invested in Pokemon and they love the game, they love the series, they love the franchise that they're willing to deal with these glitches. Which is funny because if you look at a game like, let's talk about Cyberpunk, when it came out and it had a million glitches and problems, that game got royally shat on.
Mm-hmm.
And people was like, I'm not touching this game. I'm not playing this game until y'all fix it. And like, everybody over at the team at Cyberpunk had to like put out statements. They had to go back to the drawing board. They had to really put a lot of work in to kind of like save themselves. Nintendo, they just cold. They're like, all right, well, we'll get to it when we get to it, bro. You still gonna and I enjoy the game. We'll get to it when we get to it. It's like Nintendo's so gangster, bro. They don't give a fuck, bro.
Nope.
They knew that shit. They knew that shit was fucking glitchy. And I was like, I put it out because we got to make this money. So, and nobody's like, I mean, they're complaining, but they're still playing,
they're complaining, but it is like they know that Nintendo don't care about them. So exactly. It is what it is, bro. Like, nigga, you want Pokemon or no? Like, that's really how Nintendo is.
Exactly, bro. Shit. And I think, look, I'm just gonna say this right now. I think more companies need to learn from Nintendo. Nintendo is like, hey, bro, you gonna do what you gonna look. You want the food or not? You want to eat or not, bro? Like,
yeah, bro.
You want to come into the club or not, bro? I don't care.
It's either Pokemon or bust, bro.
It's like they say they are the epitome of get down or lay down, bro.
Look, nigga.
Nintendo.
And I've seen some people play it because I was watching the homie Jay Burritos. He was streaming it when it came out, and he was laughing like, bro. We was all in his chat making fun of that game, like, bro, this game runs terribly. And he was trying to play with his friends and shit. He was walking in slow motion. The game was crazy pop in. It was ugly. And he's like, y'all, like he's like, it's not my computer. This is how the game naturally runs. Like, this is horrible. I saw other clips of other people playing it online, and it's just this type of situation where I'm gonna be honest with you. I really can't sit here and talk a whole bunch of shit because I play 2K. So the last thing I'm gonna do is come on here and shit on somebody else for being loyal to a franchise. It's like, you just got to figure out what your breaking point is, though. And exactly. I don't know if this is going to be Pokemon people's breaking point.
Right. So I'm gonna pull up a couple glitches too.
Because Nintendo, right? So the Pokemon company, like Jay Brios looked it up. He said that they're like the most profitable franchise ever. Like, we're talking like as far as the IP, Pokemon as an IP, it makes way more money than like every other like IP out there, like movies, books, all that. So like, if Pokemon brings in so much money, where is it going? Because it's not going to the games. Like, at this point, there might be a money launderer in front, but hey, that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, like, it's ridiculous that Pokemon makes so much money off merchandise and games, the cards, the anime, the movies, and their games are just not it. Like, I don't get it.
I mean, it's like when you generating so much income and the product sells itself, you really don't care about like the quality of it if you know no matter what, people gonna buy it. So, and I think that's the situation. Like, they got random Psyducks just popping up, bro. Like, random Pokemon just be popping up.
Popping is horrible.
Like, I'm telling you, it's like, and here's the thing: it's like, okay, they know the problem, they know the issue. This is a matter of fact if they're going to address it, because Nintendo sometimes they don't even address shit. They don't even talk about it. Remember when the Switches had a problem with the drift and they didn't say shit about that shit for a long time until they had no choice because everybody kept talking about it. So that's gonna be like this situation. Either it's gonna blow over and people are just gonna deal with it, or they're gonna quietly patch it or update it and fix whatever the issues are. But they're not gonna own up to like saying, "Oh yeah, we dropped a unfinished game or an unpolished game," because like I said, Nintendo don't care. They know they got your money. They ain't gonna refund it. They don't believe in
Nope,
refunds and discounts. Not over
they do
there.
not.
So it is what it is. But I'm not. Because I haven't played a Pokemon game since like Nintendo 64. Like I really like kind of fell out of Pokemon games that far back. I haven't played any Pokemon games.
I played
Except for
the
Pokemon
last
Go.
Pokemon game.
The
Yeah,
Pokemon Go on the phones.
I
Yeah.
played that.
Yeah.
I was heavy in Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And before that, I think I played Crystal version on my Game Boy Color. But yeah, bro, I'm not a Pokemon guy. I'm really not. But
Yeah,
I
me either.
don't want the Pokemon people to have to suffer like this. Because I mean,
Right, because they've been looking forward to this game, and that would be like when if God of War dropped and that shit was glitchy as fuck, bro. We'd be upset because we've been waiting for that game. Like imagine like it was just hella glitchy and problematic when we played the game. We'd be mad. So same thing with these people who have been waiting, who are big Pokemon fans, have been waiting for this game, this open world.
This
Pokemon
is the only
game.
way that they can get their Pokemon fixed too. Like it's
Right.
not like Pokemon is only a Nintendo property, so it's not like they could be like, all right, I'm just not going to get the Switch version. Let me get it on another system. Like, nah, bro.
Right.
Nintendo said we got this shit on lock.
Right.
You want that Pokemon? You got to go through us. So
ain't no other Pokemon. Look, this is the perfect time for Digimon to make a resurgence.
Yes, it is.
Bro.
And I know that Digimon still makes games. The issue is they don't be that good because I've been watching the reviews on them because I'd be like, all right, this is gonna be a good Digimon game, and the reviews be like, nah, it's really not.
Look,
Digimon needs to come in here and take over the streets.
Right?
I'm with you on that,
bro. I'm telling you, like people, like look, I had my moment. Everybody was on Pokemon. Then I did my Digimon transition where I was like, yo, this shit is fucking cold, bro. Like they need like. If Microsoft want to buy everything, they need to buy whoever owned Digimon and get the rights and then make a real dope like open or you can make a linear Digimon game based off the actual show and anime from like the original DigiDestin, bro. Look, it sounds and it's so different because it's similar but it's different and like just everything that they can do with that if they do it right though. They gotta do it right.
They do it
because a lot of Digimon games, you were right, are ass. Like so that's what happened. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Either you go look to the people out there playing Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon Red and Blue still hit. And they ain't got no. If you can find you a Game Boy, go ahead and get that. Because I'm telling you right now, we never have problems with that one. That shit hit every time. Every time. Like, look. You want a nostalgia factor. That's going to get you there right there. All right? So, fuck all this new gen, next gen, open world shit, bro. Nah, bro. You need to get you a handheld version of Pokemon Blue, Red. Maybe even get you Yellow if you can find the yellow version. Like, whatever you got to do. And do it the right way. This ain't going to. Raheem, but they had so like they had glitches, but it wasn't like this, And if it was, we just blamed it on the Game Boy because it was a hunk of junk. So look, I'm trying to give them some sort of reprieve out here. Like, look, y'all down bad over in Pokemon World right now. So look,
they down horrendous.
At least Ash finally won a championship 25 years later.
Yup, it took that man his whole life to
that
stop
man
being ass.
Right, he stopped being ass even though he ain't aged. Like this man been 25 or went 14 for 25 years, bro. He finally got a dub, bro. Shout out to Ash Ketchum and Pikachu for holding him down. Like,
oh yeah, Pikachu his day one.
His day one, But that's gonna do it for topics, y'all. So yeah. But like I said, if y'all want to look into more of these topics, just hit the Google, learn more about it. But yeah, that's pretty much all we got to say, and that's pretty much all we got to do.
We not gonna do one gotta go,
bruh. I thought we was gonna do it DEW style.
All right, that works. I mean, I have a DEW one gotta go.
Did you want to do it now or did you want to do it after? It's up to you.
We can do it after. That's fine. We can do it after.
It don't matter because
it's a DEW one gotta go.
They gonna get it regardless.
I can save it.
They gonna get it regardless. But so here's what we gonna do, y'all. We gonna switch it up because I'm running the motherfucking show. I got the control system. We'll hit another. We gonna hit one more ad break right now because technically we starting a whole new show. So we gonna get y'all prepped and ready.
Yeah, so we gotta close out this show.
We gotta close out this show, and then we gonna get ready for the DEW. Or should we Or hold on. Now I'm thinking, should we do like a regular one gotta go for the people here for the show? And then it's gonna be all one show though, because they're gonna get this DEW on the Spotify anyway. You can't avoid the DEW.
Yeah. I'm not splitting these up. People,
So
they're
fuck it.
gonna hear this.
So fuck it. You gonna get all this today. You gonna get
Yeah.
all this. So look, we gonna hit an ad break. When we get back, the DEG logo is gonna be the DEW logo, and we gonna get straight into this thing. So if you're ready for this DEW takeover, because it's about to be serious, stick around with us. And if not, still stick around with us and support us. Come on, support us. I know, don't you love us? Come on, we would support you if you was doing an extra venture out in the streets. You gotta support our people all day, every day.
You're right.
See you in 60. All right, y'all. So we should be back in these streets. You see what it is. The logo has changed, and it's time. One more time for the one time. Let's do it real right. Let's do it right.
All right.
Hold on. I'm gonna wait. Go. DEW. DEW. One day we're gonna get it right on the point. One day we're gonna do that.
One of these days.
All right, y'all. Here it is. DEW Takeover 4 in effect, y'all. We are a few days removed from Survivor Series War Games. This is the first time that War Games has been at Survivor Series. We did not get our traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination matches. Triple W, aka Triple H, has been switching up the game, and you see what I did there? Switching up the game because he is the game. You see what I did there? And he said, "Nah, we're gonna switch it up this time, and we're gonna do a War Games match for Survivor Series, sort of like he used to do for NXT when he was running the show in NXT. Like that same Survivor Series weekend, you would get War Games, so we just rolled it into the same show. So that's what's up. But we're gonna do a recap of all the matches. I was also in the DEW server, live chatting with everybody there. So shout out to everybody who was there with your boy, live chatting during the show. We was talking it up. Well, we're gonna go ahead and hit him with a recap. So, Kev, let's go ahead and start off from the top of the show. You got the matches.
Yep, I got everything right here.
Let's go and see what we got.
The show opened up with the women's war game match. So the women's war game match we had our two opposing teams. We had Bianca Belair, we had Asuka, we had Alexa Bliss, and then they added Mia Yim, and then we found out that they was also adding Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch was their fifth member.
The man is back.
We didn't know who their fifth was going to be.
The man is back.
The man is back. Yeah, she's back being the man again, which that was like her strongest era. So that's always dope.
Right.
And they are going against Damage Control featuring Rhea Ripley and Nikki Cross. Like, is Nikki Cross Damage Control now? I don't know.
I don't know. She really ain't. I wouldn't consider her truly in Damage Control. I feel like she's like a supporting act, like an affiliate. You know, I don't think they've officially put her in Damage Control, but she was there.
she was a feature on.
She was up in there,
track,
right?
So yeah, I think this was a strong way to start your show, though. To start with one of your War Games matches,
yeah.
And like the women always put on a great show. Like every time we watch the women wrestle, usually it's one of the best matches on the card. This one, it was a good match. That had a couple cool spots in it, but it wasn't my favorite match of the night or anything.
Yeah. I would say so too. I think it was a good starter match. I mean, they had to start. Just the way that the card was built, it made sense to start with a War Games match. So starting with the women's War Games match was a good call. Like I said, they had some cool spots. Like Nikki Cross did a spot where she jumped off the top of the cage, or jumped over the War Games cage, and it was very brutal. I mean, they brought in everything. They brought in chairs, kendo sticks, table. They brought in everything they could bring in, and some cool. We had a cool little moment in the beginning of the match with Io and Asuka. They had a little, and I want to see that. Like we need a full blown just feud with Io and Asuka. I want it. The people want it,
especially when they was in the ring talking Japanese. I had no idea what they saying, but it was engaging. I'll say that.
Right? Yeah, I think they just need to. Triple H just need to give us like a little mini feud with that, or something like that, or put. I don't know. We need to get it at some way somehow, because that's like people want it. People are craving it, so that's something I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing in the future. But the match itself, like I said, it was good. It wasn't really anything like mind blowing. Especially because like a lot of the women in this match have been in War Games before, but I still think with it being on Survivor Series and it being a different dynamic still, it just felt like they didn't really they didn't go too crazy, even though of course the Becky jumped off and she did the senton into Dakota
Oh,
Kai, who took
yeah.
another pin. We made note of that. Dakota Kai has been taking the pin in a lot of these big matches for Damage Control, and they might lead into something. We don't know, but again, Damage Control themselves have taken yet another major L. Like I don't know where they're going with this stable. Like they lost the titles and then they got them right back. But then Bailey never won the championship, which made no sense. And then they go into War Games, and then they don't win War Games. And one of the members of Damage Control gets pinned in Dakota Kai. It wasn't Nikki Cross. It wasn't Mia Yim. So it's like, where are we going with this staple? Is this staple? Because I feel like this stable starting to now get to a point where like, okay, they were coined to sort of wanted to be able to the new people to run the women's division on Raw, and now it's becoming less and less and less believable because
They don't be winning
they don't
shit.
be winning. This is a very House of Black situation if we're talking AEW, but it's like Bailey should have won that title, and Dakota and Io should have never lost the titles to begin with. Period. That's what they should have did, and we're here now with it, and they're booking Bianca. So I love Bianca Belair. I love her.
Yep.
But the people are saying she's being booked like John Cena.
I mean,
she's getting the John Cena treatment right now as far as the booking. And some people are saying they're not mad at it, but they see it. It's noticeable now that like she's getting all these big wins back to back. And it's like, where do we go now? And Becky's back, but Becky's a face. So her and Becky and their buddy. So she got who does she really have to go against unless they finally decide to pull the trigger on Bailey, who seems to be at a point now where she's like fed up and she's like going into another level of ruthlessness if you saw on Raw, or just a little more aggression. But I don't know. I don't know where we going with this. Now some people saying Rhea is where we're going to go with it, but she's still wrapped up in this whole Judgment Day OC scenario, and Mia Yim's now involved in that. So I don't know if they're just going to immediately break her off of that to put her into the
I
title
don't
picture.
know. I don't know because they had a match yesterday with Mia Yim and Rhea, and supposedly that was supposed to be like finally put an end to the feud, but I doubt it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like just because they said like this supposed like we're gonna end this, that doesn't mean they're gonna end it. I don't know where that's gonna go.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how things go because it's like Rhea. It seems like Rhea's just kind of like attached to so much right now. She's attached. She's still with Judgment Day and what's going on with the OC, but then she's also got this little thing going on with Mia Yim. And then if they want to throw her into the title picture, they got to sew up those storylines with her. But they also have to sew up the main storyline for it to really make sense to see why she's going after it. So I'm all for the Rhea Bianca situation, but I think they're trying to hold off on to that until probably Mania, unless we get a big because I don't know who else is going to show up unless you know, if Sasha and Naomi return, they're going for the tag titles. That's what they should do.
Yes.
So it's Rhea Ripley or nobody else. So I think we're gonna get the beginning of that feud probably starting around Royal Rumble. So probably starting around at the end of this month, we'll start getting that feud going, and we'll get the first match, and we'll probably just get a series of matches leading up until WrestleMania. So I think that's the most logical answer because there's nobody else on the roster, even though there's teases of an Alexa Bliss heel turn. I mean, because you hear every time she shows up, the Bray Wyatt little symbol pops up behind her, and all these other things. So, and she showed on Raw again that she was sort of like out of it when they were having the interview. She showed like she was kind of out of it. So I think that's gonna happen as well. But Alexa Bliss and Bianca Belair for WrestleMania, I don't really care about that. So it's got to be Rhea. But I think that she would be another opponent down the line, depending on what happens.
I agree with that.
So, but overall, the winners were Team Bianca. Becky Lynch ended up getting the pin. Like I said, she does a senton off the top through a table to Dakota Kai and gets the pin, gets the win. And it was a solid match, so I wasn't mad at it. It was pretty good. Not the best War Games match I've seen, but it was good. It was a good start to the show.
I agree with everything you just said. Next, we have Finn Balor versus AJ Styles.
Okay, so go ahead. I'll let you start. Go ahead.
No, you can go ahead. You can go first.
No, it's just so with this one, I felt like the crowd was out of this match a lot, and I think it's because it was right after the War Games match. But I felt like this match was a solid, it was a decent match. But I felt like both AJ and Finn didn't really go 100% on both sides. But it was still a good. It was a respectable match. But also with that combined into it, um, so it was an okay match. It wasn't a terrible match. It was a good match. It was a good match. Um, and I think this mean the end of this feud because AJ gets the win. So AJ got his win after losing to the 3-on-3s with OC and Judgment Day. So AJ finally gets his win, but does this fully close out the storyline or where do we go from this? Because I didn't catch what happened with them on Raw because I only saw bits and pieces of Raw, so I'm not sure if they're
Um,
continuing it. But
I don't think. Like first off, I think I think it's a decent match. It's pretty hard for Finn Balor and AJ Styles to put on a bad match. Like those two guys are just
yeah, it
too
wasn't a
good.
bad match, but I just think it was. I think because the crowd was out of it, it didn't feel as exciting as it should have. You see what I'm saying?
I
And I
agree with
think,
that.
and it would have been cool if they utilized both rings. I know you're only supposed to use one because there's 2 rings in War Games. I think
Mhm.
it would have been a cool for them. It would have been a cool aspect if they did a spot using both rings or like a phenom or or something crazy where they kind of use both rings or something like that. That would have been really cool to see them do that because nobody did that really in the show. So I think that would have been a good match for them to try something like that. But yeah,
Next up, the match nobody liked was
ass, ass, nigga.
Ronda Rousey versus
Bro,
Shotzi.
bro, before we get into this, do you see on Twitter they have a fire Ronda Rousey?
Yes, they have
Yo,
a
bro,
hashtag Fire Ronda Rousey has
we
been
want her
trending.
gone, bro. Like, all right. And this match was the final straw. This was the straw that broke the camel's back, bro. I feel like this match was the straw that broke the camel's back. This match was terrible, bro. And it's all because of Ronda. I don't even blame Shotzi for this. All right. We need to, and I said this in the DEW chat because we were shit on Liv Morgan. I said I am, and some
Look,
other
no,
people,
Radio Raheem shits on Liv. He be going
Ray,
out his way to shit on Liv.
yeah, Raider Raheem, you for sure, but also me because I've said some things here too.
Yeah,
We
I have.
owe we owe
I've also
we
said some
owe Liv
things.
Morgan an apology. It was not her fault. This was all Ronda's fault the entire time. Okay, the whole feud with Ronda that was Ronda's fault, and we're seeing it because this match with Shotzi. First of all, Ronda. First of all, let's start from the top. First of all, Ronda she just oozes I don't care about wrestling in her matches. You can
Mhm.
tell she's phoning this shit in. You can tell there's no passion. You can tell she's there to just get a check. She really don't care. She does the same shit, the same spots, the same moves. She doesn't improve. Her in-ring work has not improved since she's got here. She's terrible on the mic, even though she's got
She's horrible on the mic,
horrible on the
bro.
mic.
It
Even
makes no sense
it's
how
no,
bad
you've
she
been
is
here
at
for this
talking.
long, had time off. Mind you, she's been here for a couple years, had time off to improve off screen, off camera, came back, has not improved whatsoever. She's got Shayna with her, and she's actually bringing Shayna down. I thought this would have been like I always said them two together should be a good tag team,
They
but
should.
they still need a mouthpiece. They need a legitimate mouthpiece to talk for them, but with Shayna being sort of like her hired like her right hand woman, it's bringing Shayna down because Ronda's not pulling her weight as a champion. And
Mm,
from the spot that terrible DDT spot that Shotzi tried to do, if you look at the
mm.
spot, Ronda held onto the rope.
Yeah, she did.
And so she didn't land. She wasn't gonna sell it. Now you can say, oh, Ronda's not comfortable taking a spot like that. They run these matches. They run these matches and practice what they're gonna do before they actually go out there and do it. They know what every spot in the match is going to be. So for her to say, okay, we'll do this spot, and then she goes and does it, and then she holds onto the rope and lets Shotzi just fall and makes Shotzi look bad, and makes her Shotzi like she doesn't know what she's doing. That's horrible. On top of that dumb spot where Shayna was literally getting involved in the match and there was no DQ. Shayna was literally being like going after Shotzi
Hmm.
and there was no like the ref didn't do anything but just stand there and watch. And then they did like the little dive. She did the dive into the crowd and took out the
Yep.
fans, but it looked horrible. All these little spots um were just indicators of how bad Ronda is as a she's not a ring general, so she can't be in the ring leading a match. But the fact that her star power is not enough anymore. She's been here too long. She needs to be better, she needs to drop that title.
I
So
think she really needs to do. more road shows. Like she needs
She
to
does,
polish.
bro. She's on the road. She does house shows. She's a
Oh, she
full-time
does.
she's a full-time performer. She is just ass, nigga. Okay? There's no way around it. She is bad at her job, nigga. Okay? bro,
Okay.
bro, like I think that first match she had when she came in with Kurt Angle and Triple H and Stephanie, and we was like, oh my God, Ronda's so dope. I think that was all smoke and mirrors, bro. I think we got duped, bro. We got bamboozled, bro. Because like once she started going on her own, and after she started not wrestling people like Charlotte and Sasha who can actually carry a match, and Becky, when she started working with other talent who are still good wrestlers, but they need somebody a good opponent or a good opponent to work with. Like it showed all her flaws. She did it with Liv. She did it with Raquel Rodriguez. She's done it with Shotzi. She's done it with pretty much anybody she's been in the ring with in this second run since she's came back and won the title again. So I'm all for this fire Ronda thing. Not fire. That's harsh. Not fire Ronda
I don't know
Rousey.
about all that.
But she needs that title taken from her ASAP. ASAP. That title needs to be off of her. I don't care who you put it on. Just don't put it on her. And throw her in the tag team division with Shayna. Let her and Shayna work together. Let Shayna help her get better, at least in the ring, and you find some form of a mouthpiece to talk for them and rebuild her up because this ain't working. This ain't working no more. Nobody cares, and like they just wasting money now with her with Ronda. And I think Triple H is going to understand. I think he's going to start seeing what's. I mean, he probably already sees what's going on. He's just got to find the proper person to
They
do it.
They have to see the hashtag. Ain't no way they don't see it. It's been trending.
Yeah. So you said did Sasha start that hashtag? She should have.
Yeah, no, I don't think that Sasha started. It just they started with a tweet that like Sasha was in. Like people was like saying how much they want Sasha.
Yeah, because they were saying they were chanting "We want Sasha" during the match. Yeah, and bro, I can't believe I'm saying this. I want Charlotte back, bro. I want Charlotte back so bad,
I don't
bro.
like Charlotte, but I want her back. Problem with her wrestling.
Me either. I want her back, bro. I've never needed Charlotte to come back so bad than now. Like if Charlotte shows up this Friday, bro, I will be happy as fuck, bro. And I don't care if she's going straight to the title picture. Take that shit off of her now. Take that title off of her now. I don't care if you put it on Charlotte. I don't care because it needs to get off Ronda. Because this match, now mind you, Ronda still won. She won via tap out, armbar, the same shit she always does. It was a quick match. Thank God it was a quick match. But yeah, like I'm tired of it. I'm over it. This ain't working no more. Yeah, so somebody needs to show up and fix this because the SmackDown Women's Division is terrible right now. They got nobody. They got nothing going on. And it's being held hostage by Ronda, and it's not allowing the other superstars to really thrive properly. So yeah, let's just forget about that match. We talked about it, but that match was not good. So what you think?
Bad.
Terrible.
Yeah, I have nothing good to say about that match. To be honest with you, and I don't.
You shouldn't. No, you shouldn't have anything good to say about that match. All right. The good part was it was over.
Yep.
The good part when it finished.
So next we got the Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, and Austin Theory triple threat match.
Yes, for the U.S. title. This was an interesting match. First of all, this match was hilarious. The disrespect that this man Theory got out the gate. Immediately,
get your ass out.
The man walks out. They do a Beyblade advertisement, and they change his Titantron to Beyblade, bro. This man didn't even get a proper entrance, bro. He had to share his entrance with Beyblade, and then the moment he gets in the ring, Bobby Lashley throws him out the ring.
Yep.
Before the match starts, and then Seth, he comes back onto the ring, and then Seth does the same thing. So it was an instant disrespect for this man Theory. It was instant disrespect. However, this was a good match. This was a very good match. Everybody looked good in this match, and surprisingly, Theory ends up winning the U.S. title for the second time. We got a 2-time U.S. champion. His name is Austin Theory. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Seth Rollins, who is red hot right now, who people love? He just had a really good face turn. Everybody thinks that he deserved to be the U.S. champ, be the champion on Raw. And he just got it a couple months ago. How do you feel about him dropping the title to Theory?
First, I like that they already brought Theory down. So this is like we're rebuilding Theory.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect Theory to win. This is more of a Sheed type situation because as we all know, Sheed is the biggest Theory
He
fan
a
that I
theory, he
know.
a theory mark, a theory stand, a town
Yeah.
down, bro. You sit your ass down, bro. Talking that bullshit.
I think like I said, my only issue with Theory was his character. His wrestling was never bad. I think he deserved. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be a champ. It's just I didn't expect the storyline to make him champ so quickly because
Right.
Seth, like you said, had just recently got the belt. So for him to drop it so quickly to Theory,
Yeah.
I don't know where the story's going now.
That's the thing with me. It's like it was super quick. Like I thought Seth would at least have the title up to Rumble. Up to Rumble. I was thinking he was gonna hold it up to Mania, and then we were gonna get if Cody didn't end up winning the Royal Rumble, we would get that Cody versus Seth 4 and with the US title on the line. However, some people are saying this is the perfect way for Seth to get into the world title picture. Going into Royal Rumble. So I get it. I still feel like it's too. So I feel like he could have still held the title until I don't know if there's a PLE in December, but until that, if he would have held it one more month, I think would have been okay with it.
He could have had a longer title reign, and it wouldn't have been an issue at all.
Right. So the thing is now, where do they go with Theory? Because so they're rebranding Theory. He's got this new heel persona. He's more serious. He lost Money in the Bank, but he does now. He's still now the champion. Now he is the champion on Raw, youngest two-time champion. So who do we feud him with? Do we put him back in with Bobby? Do we give Bobby a break? Do we bring Ali back, who's been getting his ass beat the fuck up for no reason for the past few weeks? That's
all he's been doing is getting beat
up.
But so he's been putting on great matches.
Exactly. So now now is it Ali's time? But now if you bring Ali in here and Theory just won the title, he's not going to drop the title Ali that fast. They're going to be hot potato in the title. So I'm interested to see where they go with this with Theory because I did not expect this to happen, but we'll see what happens. As long as he's, like I said, his wrestling wasn't the problem. It was his character and the fact that they just pushed him super fast with the Money in the Bank and the first U.S. title run. So we'll see how this goes. But it does free up Seth to go into world title contention. And I mentioned this in the chat. I was like, well, what I'm feeling is this because Seth is super hot, right? He's one of the top stars right now. And people want him to be world champion. They also want Cody to come back and be, to be that in that position of world champion. So, because those are probably the two top names to win the Rumble, Cody or Seth, unless like we get a surprise return from like a Big E or something like that. But we'll say Cody and Seth. That's the two most logical Royal Rumble winners. So what I was saying is that what if we get a really cool finish at the Rumble where it's Cody and Seth, last two, something happens, and they both end up eliminating each other at the same time, and everybody's like, no, Cody won, no, Seth won, blah, blah, blah. So it's this huge back and forth of who actually won the Rumble, and then they end up having a match to settle it, Cody versus Seth 4, and then that'll be at the next PLE, Fast Lane or whatever they do, and the winner of that goes on to Main Event Mania and face Roman. And then, because Cody's beat him multiple times, Seth finally gets that win over Cody, and we get Seth versus Roman, and we get the run back for Seth versus Roman. That's if The Rock don't show up, though, because we don't know what The Rock doing. But we
don't know yet
because we got a lot of things. But I'm saying if The Rock ain't gonna show up, I think that's the best way to book Mania is going that direction with it. And then Cody can go for the U.S. title. And if Theory is still U.S. champion, then we can get Cody versus Theory at Mania for the U.S. title. Put the U.S. title on Cody. I'm okay with that if that happens. But
everything you said,
everything I said. Look, we out here just booking. We do long-term booking. But
I'm telling you, bro, when it's all fun and games till Big E come back, though.
Bro, if he come back, game is over. The game is over, bro. That man comes back.
Because right now, New Day just out here floundering, bro. Like they
got nothing. They just buying. They got nothing to do, bro. They can't win. Look, them tag titles ain't going on off the Usos, and if it does, it's not going to the New Day. They got nothing going on, so it's like they need Big E back for them and just to bring some more excitement to New Day because they're just literally just like there. So, But yeah, so shout out to Theory, 2-time US champ. Let's see where this goes. I don't know what this means for Bobby Lashley. He's probably gonna end up just sort of like out there doing whatever until
Look,
they,
bro, we
you know,
need.
the Hurt
So
Business back.
I thought about this.
We
I
need
thought
the Hurt
about this,
Business
right?
back. Go ahead
I
though.
like so they took away the Hurt Business, right? And then
Mhm.
like so everybody in Hurt Business been losing, except almost he just got that win over Ali the other week on SmackDown. He only person
That
with a
don't count,
win
bro. That's
recently.
Ali.
Okay. Then
Everybody beat Ali, bro.
we had the Hurt Business, right? And everybody losing. What if they mix it up and give us the heel business? Like now, like they're trying to all repair the damaged careers they've been having, and then they just go on a
Oh,
tear.
the
So,
HEAL.
yeah, those are
So
H
the
H H E A
the
L. It's
heel
like the heel
business. Hey,
business.
bro,
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt might have to have a conversation about that shit. Hey, yo, I did that first. A hurt heel? Bro? No. I'm okay with them getting back together. I don't know about the heel business. I don't know about that name, but
There was the Hurt Business. That ain't healing, bro. You know
no,
what I'm
they
saying?
no, they can still be the hurt because they hurting. They hurting them side because they hurting because they just not getting the job done. So like they all going through hurt.
At least they're not in catering no more.
For now. No, he's still in catering. Cedric ain't. Shelton is. Shelton is. Cedric, he got out there a little bit. You know, look, if the Hurt Business comes back, I'm all for that. They got to throw in Almost now because he's with MVP. Throw in Almost in the mix. Have them all there. And then I think if they're going to pull the trigger on that, I think it'll be a lot if it happens now. I think if it happens after Mania, that would be more impactful because everything resets after Mania anyway. So I think if we get a nice little surprise that the Hurt Business returns and that happens after Mania, it might be. I know that's a while from here, but I don't know where you plug in the Hurt Business coming back between now and Mania, where it really makes sense, where it really becomes a big factor, unless you keep Bobby in the U.S. title picture.
Or if they all somehow end up in the Rumble, and like in the Rumble, they start slowly working together and like having each other's back. And then the post Mania, the post Rumble Raw, they could regroup, form the group like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? We had each other's back during the Rumble, and we figured it was time to get the band back together, type of thing.
Okay. I like that.
It's not a horrible story, but it could kind of work out.
It can work. Yeah, I mean, they got options on how they can work with this. I mean, it's just like I want it to mean something this time because like the Hurt Business, like if they should have never broke up. Like the Hurt Business, it should have been Raw had the Hurt Business, SmackDown had the Bloodline. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been. And then we were robbed of that match, the Hurt Business versus the Bloodline. We were robbed of that match. I'm still upset about that. So if they bring them back, then we can hopefully get that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I just don't want Bobby to end up being floundered because he's too talented to just be not doing nothing. But yeah, this is. I mean, like I said, all three of these dudes have new paths and new avenues now they can go just from this match. So we'll see how it goes. But it was a good match overall. It was a really good triple threat match, and shout out to Theory once again for winning. And then our next match
match left.
Yeah,
the main event. We got the men's war game match. We had the Bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes featuring Drew McIntyre, who's not
and Kevin Owens and Kevin Owens,
who's not officially Brawling Brute either.
Exactly. So what I liked about this match, well, first of all, the match was great, but I like the build up to the story of this match, even within the show. Like, well, actually, it started on SmackDown, where Kevin Owens was talking to Sami Zayn outside the Bloodline locker room, and Jey Uso was kind of spying and hearing it. And then after KO was done talking to Sami, Jay confronted Sami and said, "Hey, was you talking to somebody?" And Sami said, "No," he denied it. And Jay, you know, Jey Uso he was all hell no. So going into the show, Jay goes to Roman and kind of tells him, "Hey, I saw Sami talking to KO, talking about leaving the Bloodline." And what should I would have got him if you didn't give the order. You just didn't give the order. That's why I didn't get him. But what are we gonna do about it? Because I knew I couldn't trust him. Blah blah blah. And Roman was like, "All right, I'll talk to Sami. I'll figure it out." So later in the show, Sami goes into the office. They have a one-on-one with Roman, and Roman asks Sami straight up, "Hey, were you talking to Kevin Owens?" And unlike what he did with Jay, Sammy tells Roman the truth. He says, "Yes, I was," and he gave an explanation. But he also pledged his loyalty to the bloodline and says, like, look, like Kevin talked to me. I didn't believe it. He was telling me I should, turn on the bloodline before y'all turn on me. But know this, I know that, y'all took me in and y'all, like, I'm loyal to y'all. Y'all loyal to me. We're a family. And Roman was like, okay, I believe you. They hugged it out. And that's what it was. And it seemed like the bond between Sammy and Roman got stronger. But also it shows that Sammy is so good at being what they call the master strategist, because he knows how to keep himself in the good graces of the situation that he's in. And that was
always knows what to say.
He always knows what to say. So leading into the match, the War Games match, it starts off, Jey Uso starts off for the Bloodline, and Butch starts off for the Brawling Brutes. And they have, a nice little first few minutes. Butch is working on Jay's fingers, stomping on the fingers, doing the handwork. Active Mind, appreciate the gifted subs. Appreciate
thanks
that.
for the gifted subs, Active Mind.
Love it. Love to see it. Love to see it. Getting active out here.
Yep.
But yeah, so, and then the first part of the story is, so the gates open again, and then we get Ridge Holland comes in for the Brawling Brutes as the second person. And then the next person everybody thought was going to come in for the bloodline would have been Jimmy Uso, but Roman stops Jimmy from going in, and he tells Sammy to go in to help out Jay. And this is another story of saying, okay, he wants to see them working together. So Sammy goes into there. He's kind of hesitant, but he goes in there. And then him and Jay kind of start working together. Then it don't take long for them to start arguing and going back and forth. And you can just see them going back to Roman's expression. And Roman was just upset the whole time seeing them not really kind of work together and just kind of saying, like, they got to get on the same page.
Yep.
So,
because like to Roman, it's embarrassing. Like, bro, like we gotta focus on the mission at hand right now.
Exactly.
And y'all out here making me look bad. Like I'm y'all chief, and y'all out here fucking around.
Right, and it's mostly Jay doing it. Jay was the one up here, mostly, not wanting to work with Sammy, and Sammy's just trying to go, yo, we got to work together, and Jay's just being Jey Uso. So, goes down the line, match progresses, everybody eventually ends up in, so then we get, after that, we get Drew McIntyre comes in, and then we get Jimmy, and then after that, we get KO, I believe, comes in. And then after KO, we get Solo, and then we get Sheamus, and then we get Roman. So then we get everybody's in the match, a hard-hitting match, a lot of dope spots. And it was a really cool spot. Everybody did the 10 beats of the battering. That was a cool spot. All the brutes in the middle of the ring, they got them all tied up, and they did that. That was a really, really dope spot. So yeah, shout out to whoever produced that idea. That was a really cool spot. But also another thing is, going back to the Sammy thing, is like Sammy and Christian just said it.
Sammy was getting fucked up.
Sammy was getting fucked up. Yeah, he was, but he was also saving Jay a lot. Jay, a lot of near falls, a lot of situations where Sammy bailed out and saved Jay, but Jay never saved Sammy one time, and he never. And then he actually ended up accidentally super kicking Sammy.
Oh, yep, he did.
Yeah.
And didn't even think to apologize.
No,
because Jimmy was looking back like he was kind of concerned. Like, maybe check on him. Right. Jay was like, "Bro, bring your ass on. We still got a match to fight." Like,
right? Jay didn't care. Jay looked like he was like, he been waiting to do that for so long. He has, but he was like, "Yeah, I finally got you. I finally got his ass." And the funny part about it is, Sammy never got get back for that. Still, Sammy still kicked, because and that just goes to show, like, Sammy's really playing this role very well. So the match progresses. Everything is, is going to sort of like the end of the match, and this is where the story culminates. It's KO. KO is going back and forth with Roman. KO's got the upper hand. He hits Roman with a pop-up power bomb. Hits him with a stunner. And it seems like that KO's about to get the win for the Brutes. Yep. And then again, Sami Zayn to the rescue.
He grabbed the referee.
He grabs the referee's arm and stops the referee from counting to 3. And this was like, okay, Jay didn't do this. Jimmy didn't do this. Solo. Shout out to Solo. Solo had a good performance in there too. But yeah, it was Sammy. Sammy was the one who was showing the most, like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that we get this job done, and I'm gonna show my loyalty to the tribal chief more so than anybody. So he literally stops the referee from counting. And him and KO have a back and forth. which leads into Sammy giving KO a low blow. Gives KO a low blow, and then it leads into a low blow, and then he gets a haluva kick in the corner.
Yep.
And then after that, he looks at Jey Uso, and he sort of offers up KO to Jey Uso to be like, "Hey, now I'm gonna prove this is my best friend, or was my best friend. I'm offering him up to you in the bloodline, so you get the job done." So Jey Uso goes up to the top rope, hits him with a Uso splash, and they get the 1, 2, 3. Jay gets the pin, but Sammy pretty much does the dirty work and shows his undying loyalty to the bloodline in front of Roman, in front of Jay, in front of Jay, the whole bloodline. And we end with a official, like, Jay finally is like, he's like, all right, I can believe you, I can trust you. They actually hug it out in the ring. And it shows that now Sammy and Jay are finally on the same page. And now the bloodline seems to be fully intact and fully on the same page.
Yep.
So where do we go from here?
I thought that was great.
I thought it was great too.
Now, like you said, like now the tricky thing is how are they going to break this up? Because then on Raw, right, we had this segment where Kevin Owens came out and was like, "Yeah, Sammy, I get it. Like I'm over it. Like we've done all this a long time. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Like we're not friends no more, basically." Like he officially said it. And then like you can see like Sammy's been acting too. Like you can see in Sammy's face, like, bro, like he really don't be wanting to do all this shit.
Yeah, because you can see in his face, because Kevin was like, "I don't want to travel with you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore." And you see Sammy's face, like he's trying to contain it because like he doesn't want to show that this is affecting him, but it really is affecting Sammy because that's your lifelong best friend. Y'all came up in the business together, and you've chosen, a group of people who are technically not even your blood family over somebody who knows you like an actual brother, and you decided to go with them instead. So yeah, you can see it in Sammy's face. So the thing is like now we're so invested in the storyline, and it's like I said, it can only go downhill from here. Like Bowen said, eventually Sammy is going to get either Sammy's gonna do the turn or they gonna beat Sammy the fuck up, bro. Sammy gonna get the worst beating of his life. And they gonna do. I feel like they're gonna do it because he's from Montreal. I think they got a show in Montreal. They're probably gonna do it like in front of his like hometown crowd. Something where it's just gonna be real. Like we know it's gonna happen, but we want it. It's gonna happen at the most like inopportune time for Sami Zayn. That's when it's gonna happen. Where it shouldn't happen. That's when I think it's gonna happen. And nobody wants to see it happen, but I think it's gonna happen.
They like because the Sammy thing, right? Because he finally got adopted into the family proper, and he finally has his like official like all the way love in the family. They gotta figure like I'm saying, like it has something traumatic has to happen to get him to want to slowly leave. Because losing Kevin Owens as a friend is important, but it's not a good enough storyline reason to make him want to switch up on the group he's worked so hard to gain the approval of. Like something has to happen to him to make him realize I don't want to be around the bloodline no more. So some type of external factor is gonna have to happen to him or around him to make him want to leave. He's not just gonna wake up one day and be like, I don't want to do this no more. I want to go back to being friends with Kevin Owens. Like he worked too hard to get to this point to just up and stop wanting to be in the bloodline. Something's gonna have to happen to him.
So yeah, and they're saying Elimination Chamber is in Montreal, which is perfect. That's perfect. So they can book these next 3 months to leading up to that moment, where it could be like I think what's gonna happen. I think this is now gonna boil down to Roman and Sammy. Now Jay, he's gotten over to Jey Uso. I think him and Jey Uso is gonna be they're gonna be cool now. And now Roman's gonna start kind of catching things about Sammy. Or we haven't talked about this. Solo is the one who's like sort of like super reserved. He's the enforcer. I feel like Roman and Solo are gonna be the ones that are gonna like kind of like start that shift of like, hey, like something's not up with the Sammy dude. Like, oh, we brought him in, but now we not. They're gonna make the call. I think Roman's gonna like make the call for Solo to probably do it, and then like it's just gonna lead it. I don't know how they're gonna do this, but I know it's gonna be important. It's got to be an important moment, but it's gonna be little seeds being planted starting, I think, after the Rumble, and it could be it could be something where like Sammy enters the Royal Rumble and he gets to the final three. He gets to the final three and he's excited, and they were like, and they probably do a segment and say, hey, how you feel? How would you feel about going against the tribal chief if you win the Rumble, Sammy? Like, you're not gonna, are you gonna try to take the title from the head of the table? And he's gonna be conflicted with that. So that could be a storyline in itself. Like, Sammy does really good in the Rumble. He goes top 5, top 3, and then he has to make a choice of does he want to go against the tribal chief, or does he want to help the tribal chief, and try to manipulate the Rumble. Like, there's gonna be a lot of avenues they can go with this. A lot of ways they can go with this.
Yeah, they could easily have Sammy accidentally eliminate somebody in the bloodline. Like, it's very easy to do.
Yeah. It's a lot of things they can do. So I'm intrigued by it, because like the thing about this bloodline storyline is it progressively just gets better. But even when we culminate one part of the story, now we want to see what's gonna happen next.
This is some of the best storytelling they've done in years.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
WWE had a story this compelling in a very long time.
They have not.
Because it doesn't matter when you hop onto this bloodline story, it's entertaining.
Yes. Yeah, from the very beginning with the whole thing with just Roman and Jey Uso by themselves, leading up to everything going on now. So it's like the show. It's like a soap opera you don't want to end. It's like Days of Our Lives. It's like a net. Like you don't want. I don't want this storyline to end at all. I just wanted to keep just adding more layers to it, and like as long as Roman is champion, and however long that is, like I said, because if The Rock gets involved, if The Rock does show up for this WrestleMania, he's not going to lose. He's not going to take the titles off of him, but I want to see how that dynamic plays into the bloodline as well, if he does decide to be a part of it, because it's a lot. It's a lot of factors going on, and Kevin Owens is still out there, so I don't think this whole thing with Kevin Owens is over either. So
yeah, it could be a type of situation where maybe Owens wins the Rumble, and then like somehow Sammy ends up helping him like defeat Roman at Mania or something. I don't know. Like, and that's like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so many possible people. Now that we think about it, there's a lot of people who could possibly take the title off Roman. We got Seth, we got Cody, we got Sammy. You can think about KO. You can think about, I don't think they're gonna put Drew back in that position, but not, or Sheamus, or actually no, I think Sheamus is gonna finally get the IC title. I think they're gonna give the IC title to Sheamus at Mania against Gunther. I think it's gonna happen.
Unless they give it to Braun, because Braun had Gunther running the other week on SmackDown.
Bro, I ain't never. They shouldn't have did that. I get it, but it's like, nah, bro. Like, nah, I can't be having Gunther out here running. That's the ring general. But yeah, that was pretty much the entire show. But it was a good show overall, aside for the Ronda match. But I do like how the show was 5 matches, very very concise, and obviously because of the War Games matches take a while. But yeah, I like that it was only 5 matches and it wasn't an over bloated show. Because AEW can learn from that, because their pay-per-views be like, god damn, it'd be a lot of matches. Like they need to. So I'm glad it was only 5 matches. And now we're leading into December. We're getting into Royal Rumble season, but what's the next PLE?
It was supposed to be day 1, but then they canceled it.
And
then chat saying that they're not doing anything in December. So I don't know what the New Year's show is now.
So they might just wait till Rumble. So actually,
just Rumble in January.
I'm not mad that they could spend the whole month building to Rumble. Yeah, they could just spend the whole month building to Rumble, and actually make a decent build, and not trying to build around a show between then. So I'm actually not mad at that. I kind of like what Triple H is doing.
Think about it for us. We're in Atlanta. Day 1 probably would have been our only big show all year. So like, we missed out on that.
For sure. No, yeah. But and that. We don't never get shit. I want us to get a Mania, bro. We ain't had a Mania since.
I do too.
Bro, I don't know why they don't give us a Mania, bro, again. Like, why don't they come back here, bro? We must be musty or something, bro. I don't know.
I don't know. But think about it. We got a whole new dome. You know they want to be in it. So like, I don't get it.
We about to have a fucking World Cup shut, bro. Like, we can't get a Mania?
Can't get a Mania.
Bro, I swear, if Mania come back here, I don't care. I'm buying tickets. I'm going. Because I missed the Mania when it was here last time, because I couldn't go.
I went to one of the Manias in Florida. I went to the one that was in Orlando. Then they did Tampa the year after that. I went to the one that was in Orlando.
Yeah. Hey, day 2 WWE in my state of Tennessee. Going up to Chattanooga.
Day 2.
No. WWE day 2. But yeah, so that's gonna do it, y'all. That's gonna do it for the Elimination Chamber recap, as well as a little bit of Raw recap and just WWE in general. But yeah, so all these storylines are compelling. Can't wait to see what happens with the Bloodline. Also interested to see what happens with Theory. Ron needs to drop the title, obviously, ASAP. And then also where they go with Bianca and her run. A lot of the questions on that as well too. But you got anything else, Scott, before we get into the one gotta go?
Shout out to the Street Profits. I'm glad
Oh
to see
yeah,
them.
Montez Ford's back. Yeah. He got a big win as well. So shout out to the Street Profits. Um, dang, I wish the Usos didn't have the titles like on lock because I feel like it doesn't work with them like it does for Roman.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we got the Street Profits, you got all these tag teams. Like the Viking Raiders came back. You got Street Profits. You got Legado del Fantasma. You got all these tag teams who's coming in or coming back. They need some titles to fight over, bro.
I agree.
So they need to. I think they need to. The Usos need to drop one of them titles at some point, or something like that, because it's too many. They're building up the tag division again, which I love to see, but they got to fight for something. They need something to fight for, like
Or they could easily
or unify the
just
division.
unify the division, or they could just come up with a rule like and just be like a storyline reason like, look, it's like they could like come up with the reason that they gotta strip Roman and the Usos of one of their belts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like coming into the new year, you be like we have like something like some reason that they have to reset the belts on one of them shows at least for the new year, like
Yeah.
to open up the divisions, give people opportunity type of thing. Like they could easily build that to the storyline. Like have Adam Pierce come out and complain or something and say like, hey, look, we have to strip you guys of one of the belts. Like that way, it still keeps everybody strong. Nobody really lost anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a storyline where they, I don't know, have a tournament or something, and then like they enter the tournament and just don't win it, whatever.
I yeah, I see that. But the bloodline has been built. Roman himself has been built as a character who's sort of like above the law. He's above, management, above everybody telling him
Mm.
what to do. So for Adam Pierce to go into there and say, "Hey, I need to take one of the belts," he'd probably beat Adam Pierce the fuck up, bro, and then not get fined for it at all. You know, he's like,
Or
"I'm
it
the
could be the
reason."
type of thing where they just refuse to give up the old belts. Like yo, like all right, you could like you could take them, but we're not giving you the belts. Like you just won't have the title, but like they
Right,
still walk around with all the damn belts,
right.
and then like they eventually like fight the new people for like the new belts, and like then they stop carrying them around. I don't know, but
I mean, there's options. They got options, but
mm,
we'll see. We'll see because as much as I love Roman, and this the head of the table tribal chief gimmick, he can't hold this title all 2023. He's got to drop it next year at some point to somebody.
yes,
Yeah,
they can't keep holding up the division like this.
yeah.
I
Same thing with the
completely agree
Usos.
with Bianca. Like people are saying that Bianca is backstage saying things like she doesn't want a women's version of the bloodline. And I completely agree. Like I get why damage control can't have all the belts because it's the bloodline having all the belts. It was cool for a little bit. It was cool for like a couple months, but it's not okay when you're trying to build all these other stars.
Right.
It's just not going to work. Other people need some type of stakes to their matches.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we gotta. And I know Triple H probably knows that too. He's been doing a good job as far as booking and kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
fixing things that Vince McMahon did. So I think we can't rush the process. We got to just trust the process. So I'm just looking forward to seeing how things go into the new year. But yeah, Rumble season is gonna kick things off. So I can't wait to see. I'm excited for this year's Royal Rumble because there's so many options and so many ways they can go with this. So, and that's really going to determine what's going to happen with Roman as far as his title reign. That Rumble is really going to show where they're thinking about it. So, we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the news in the DEW world. Let's hit on with a one gotta go for the streets.
All right. So we do have a DEW one gotta go.
Yes, sir.
This one is gonna be some stables.
I like it.
All right. Stables. One gotta go. Evolution.
Okay.
The Click. The Dudleys, like the full Dudley stable, not just Spike and Devon.
Okay.
The Hart Foundation. Wait, no, that's four. I said that's four.
four.
I
That's
said
four.
like it was five. Okay, let me do it again. So we got Evolution, the Click, Dudley's, and the Hart Foundation. One gotta go.
Even though I fuck with the Dudleys, they gotta go.
The Dudleys gotta go.
The Dudleys, because
you don't want to get the tables.
Bruh, testify.
You didn't
testify,
3D, nigga.
Bruh, I've 3D. Bruh, I've done the 3D before, bruh. That shit is fun as hell, bruh. Trust me.
That's what I'm saying.
I love the Dudleys, bruh. But look, the Click, Shawn Michaels, Razor, Triple H, Kevin Nash, X-Pac, bruh, all of them Hall of Famers. And then the Click spawned off into two of the biggest other factions.
Yeah, the Click became NWO and DX.
Come on, the Click ain't going nowhere. Hart Foundation, come on, Bret the Hitman Hart, just off the strength of that, bro.
Yeah, Bret. You got Owen. You got Jim.
You got Jim. You got British Bulldog. Yeah. Come on, the Hart Foundation, they was running shit for a minute too.
Yeah.
And then you said who else? Evolution. Come on, bro. Triple H, of
Randy,
course.
You got Batista,
Randy.
You got Rick. You got Triple H.
Bro, all of them world champ. Ric Flair, 13-time world champ. But yeah, 60 or how many times? But Ric Flair, Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, all of them, multi-time champions, big stars, big lifelong company stars. Like as much as I love Bubba Ray, Devon, even Spike, they ain't got them accolades. They do not have them accolades. As a tag team, they got great. I mean, ECW, they was crazy in ECW. It was crazy as fuck in ECW. Them ECW matches was crazy. Then they was able to transfer over to WWE, and they the matches that they had with Edge and Christian and the Hardys, the TLC matches, classics. I mean, Bubba Ray powerbombing Mae Young through a table. I mean, there's moments. And having a stone and having that look on his face, or when he would stutter for no reason. It's a lot of great moments with the Dudleys, but I'm just thinking about just as far as like the accolades and the legacy that they're gonna leave behind compared to the other ones.
You don't fuck with Spike Dudley. You wasn't fucking with Stacey Keebler.
No, Spike Dudley coming down doing that right now, always getting beat the fuck up. Right? Like Spike would always just come out just to get beat the fuck up, bro. He would come out and he would do one move and then he would end up getting beat the fuck up, bro. Every time. But I fuck with Spike though. I fuck with the Dudleys, like I really did. But compared to all those other factions and stables, they just don't hold up. They don't hold up. Like as far as like okay. When you think about when you talk about like Randy Orton, people like, oh, Randy Orton's my favorite, or Ric Flair's my favorite, Triple H or Shawn Michaels. Like those are names that people are like that's on their Mount Rushmores. Like I don't know how many people got Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley on their Mount Rushmore. Maybe as a tag team in the tag team division, yeah, but just as like superstars individually who were able to branch off and do their own thing. Even though Bubba Ray did go over to Impact. He was Bully Ray, and he had a run out there. But nobody really, if you didn't watch TNA, you missed all that shit. But
I wasn't about the aces and eights.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah. Even though the shit he did with Scott Steiner was hilarious. Scott Steiner was a funny motherfucker, bro. That motherfucker was crazy. But that's neither here nor there. But yeah, I gotta go with the Dudleys. So what you ain't going with the Dudleys? Who you going with?
I'm not going with the Dudleys. The chat is upset that I even put the Click in here, and they can get over that. If I had to choose which one got to go,
you better not say Evolution.
Dog, you know what I'm looking at. I'm really debating.
You about to say Evolution, bro?
I might not say Evolution. I respect the Hearts too much to say them. The Hearts are safe, and
so they're saying the Click is not an official faction; it's just a group of friends. It's some hood rats. Like so just because the Click wasn't acknowledged on like TV, everybody knows who the Click is.
Is what I'm saying.
Everybody knows who the Click is.
And the Click ran every show that they were on. They ran WCW, they ran WWE, like they ran everything.
Right. And even if he said the Shield beans, I would have still picked the
Shield would have got the fuck out.
Nah. Actually, you know what? Now I think about it, I would have said the Shield over the. I would have picked the Shield to go because
the Shield would have had to go.
Yeah, because
over Evolution, over the Heart Foundation, over the Dudleys,
yeah.
the Shield. The Shield, all they had was the team power bomb. That wasn't nearly as cool as a 3D through tables and shit.
Like, 3D is iconic.
Fuck no.
And like Devon get the table, bro. They the reason why people wanted to get the tables, because of
That's
them.
what I'm saying.
So they lit tables on fire, bro. And 3Ds through a flaming table, bro. Come on now. So look, I love the Dudleys, but if you put the Shield in there, I would have picked the Shield to go. But since they're not there, I can't think of the Click. I can't pick over the Click because, like I said, we got Shawn, Triple H, Razor, or Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, and they literally were DX and NWO, two of the most impactful factions in wrestling. Like,
the Dudleys had 3 people. Don't stop. Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Spike Dudley. Spike was the third.
Right.
Spike was the third.
He just wasn't there all the time.
They were not.
He just showed up after the match. He just showed up after the match.
They were not just a tag team. They had an alternate. So
right.
That's why I put him in there. Y'all stay disrespecting Spike, bro. I don't know what's up with y'all.
They don't respect Spike Dudley, bro. Nobody did, honestly.
Anyway, my answer is going to be. I can't.
Go ahead, bro. You made it. Come on, come on.
Evolution is my answer,
bruh. That man Randy just had a back surgery. You gonna disrespect him like that?
Don't bring Randy into this.
You brought Randy into this. You did this. You did this to Randy. Randy, and laid up in the bed, just upset right now that you would even have the audacity, bro. I couldn't do Evolution, bro. Randy's career is too goated, bro. And Batista, bro, even his career was pretty. Like, and then he transitioned over to movie star, and actually he's pretty good at it. But even the beat down on Rey Mysterio, bro. Come on now.
Bro, I'm sorry. I gotta say Evolution is my answer.
All right. Hey, I respect it. So yeah, so I go with the Dudleys. Gotta go in this group, and he goes with Evolution. All right, so those are our picks.
Also, K is right. The Dudleys did have more people in their group, and that was in ECW.
Yeah, true, but not many people know unless you watch ECW.
You watch ECW.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, but mostly it was Devon, Bubba Ray, and Spike. Those are the 3 most notable members. Those are the ones that people
on WWE TV.
Yeah, exactly. That was good though. That was good. Even though the chat had a little bit of a hissy fit about the Click being in it.
They get their feelings sometimes.
You know, but, it's all good. Look. They have
controversy is content. Remember that,
right? There's still a faction to me. Damn it. Okay. But that was good. But yeah. So if y'all want to talk more of this wrestling shit, if y'all want to do any more of this wrestling content, like I said, make sure y'all tap in to our Discord server, the DEW Discord server. We in there all the time. We post all the time. We talk all the time, that wrestling shit. So if you ain't involved in there, that's where you need to go if you want to talk DEW, because down in there, they can't contain us. They can't control us. They can't stop us. All right? We in there, you know. But I appreciate you. As always, everybody coming through, chilling out with us from DEG and DEW, as well as Kev, Bloodbath. Always good talking about this DEW shit. We 4 takeovers in, bro. We nearing on 5, bro. We nearing on 5, bro. Look. I'm loving it. I'm loving the takeover aspect of it. But what you got going on this week? Hold It Down podcast, anything like that?
Hold Down. We got a new episode dropping tomorrow because we didn't drop last week for the holidays. We got a new episode dropping tomorrow. And then outside of Hold It Down, we have another Gotham Knights video dropping tomorrow as well. So you're gonna get a lot of me tomorrow. So that's what's happening this week.
That's what's up. And for me, like I said, I'm back to streaming. So I'm gonna try to stream some more God of War Ragnarok tomorrow. Also, Callisto Protocol comes out this Friday. I gotta work, but I might be able to pull off an early stream. If not, sometime into next week. But I'm gonna be streaming a lot more often, y'all. I'm really back into it, so make sure you check out for those streams. Also, look out for the upcoming album. It's coming out next year, y'all. It's 2023 is when the album's dropping. I gotta get everything. I gotta get all the I's dotted and the T's crossed to make sure everything is right and all that. So look out for that. More info on that. But in the meantime, we're gonna be streaming and we're gonna be doing our thing over here at DEG. Next week, like I said, I won't be here. BZ won't be
really
here.
Just gonna be me.
It's just gonna be
posted. on if I'm doing an episode or not.
So Kev will keep you posted. So either if he don't go live, then you know he taking a day off. But I mean, if anything, it will be a gaming week, so you can do if Kev comes up with a community stream idea to play with y'all, come through. Don't be fake. Come on now. Don't leave this man. Don't leave this man at the party by himself. All right. Nobody likes that. Nobody want to show up to the spot by himself. So yeah, let's help out the good brother if he decides to stream. Yeah, y'all be safe. Y'all take care. We might see you next week. Well, Kev might see you next week, but if not, in 2 weeks, the whole squad should be here for another podcast episode.
Yep.
And we will be in full tone. We will hit y'all with some more gaming news and all that other good stuff. But until then, we appreciate y'all. Take care of yourselves, and we will see y'all when we see y'all. DEW out. Peace out, y'all.
Peace. Dropped a Michinoku driver of flavor in her mouth. Nah,
bro. I didn't know what you mean. Hey, bro.
What?
That's a lot to unpack, bro. Bro, this man said a Michinoku driver of flavor in the mouth, bro. I don't even know, bro. I ain't never done that before, bro. You gonna have to teach me about that one, bro.